How hard it gets living in this life of lust. You never really know what's next, but it never seems to be enough.
If I could just like open Limbus company real quick. There we go. Okay. Chat. I am fucking tired, bro. I'm fucking tired, chat. How y'all doing? How's everything going over there in the lands of the chat? Welcome back, everybody. My name is Crisis, and we are back today with some Limbus company. I think we're in the middle of an interval, though, so life is begrudgingly slow at the moment. Let's take a look here. Greetings, dear manager. Server maintenance, etc., etc., etc. Random buffs and balances. Yep. Indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna jump right in here. Time killing time! Can only have 3. What's my go-to Honglu ID? It's a level 12 ting tang tingity ting. Life sucks, but you know. Fuck it, we ball, as my ancestors would say. You know, chat, we ball. Fuck, I gotta voice these characters in the intervalos. Actually, I need water for that. Hold on. Did you guys enjoy the chair gameplay? I sure did. What kind of people, Rhodia, do you think hate rich people? Who do you think would hate people like me? Well, except for my family. If I ever do get murdered under mysterious circumstances, I'm willing to bet that it was one of my family members who did me in. Or Heathcliff. I'm not doing the laugh. The culprit went straight for Bumble, but his employees literally can't move fast enough to have done that. None of them look like distortions either. Yes. If the culprit's hiding among these slowpokes, Clock would have noticed it. Then that narrows the culprit down to someone unrelated to this factory, someone without much time, someone who's got a bone to pick against the time rich. Or it could be someone who's unhappy about the state of affairs in the T-Corp nest. Also, while Dante could be right that this power was granted by a distortion, nothing rules out the possibility that they may be using an unregistered invention. There may be more than a single culprit, then. More than a single culprit, huh? Wait, I think I know an organization that might fit that exact description. Nah, no way. I doubt it. They don't ever take drastic actions like these anymore, even back at J-Corp. Wow, that's some coincidence, isn't it? I happen to know of a group of people just like them. Sometime later in a certain alleyway, a group of people unhappy with the state of affairs in the nest. Perhaps you are looking for the Shut the fuck up. Ah, that rings a bell. Isn't your friend the founder of that organization, Rhodia? Rhodia stopped dead in her tracks. Here? Do you know something about the organization? I did hear that they've been spreading through the nests as of late, though it hasn't been long since they started popping up within T-Corp's borders. So direct T-Corp employees like myself have been stationed all over the nest to question any suspicious individuals. Yes, it's the Kanto 2 people. It's a real bother. Standing guard here, all this stop and search, so tedious. So what are they up to around here? All kinds of stuff that petty thieves get up to. Stealing things like time or money. Well, I did hear that they also do some pro bono detective work for people that can't afford time or money to hire people. Wait, stop right there, you. What are you looking around all shifty for, eh? It's a stop and search. Where can we find them? Well, it probably ain't too difficult. Let's see. There. Hong Lu! Rams, who the fuck are you talking about? And stop trying to get banned. A sudden explosion tore Hong Lu to shreds as he was peeking around an alleyway. Speak of the devil. Maybe I should have activated their badges earlier. Let's bring him back. Okay, no time to explain, right? Let's talk about that later. Okay. Music kind of fire.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
I'm like beyond tired, actually. We ball though. I do it for you guys. Do it for you guys.
이 거리면 충분해. 너한텐 좀 멀겠지만.
Okay, you know, modest 10. I'll take it. The evade somehow landed.
바리에게 해줄 이야기가 또 늘었군요.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Right, we're about to hit this A-res.
어머, 놀랐어?
여관에 가면 또 한참 걸리지.
Hong Lu actually managing to survive this is crazy work.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
That's a long ass A-res chain. First, where are the visuals? I can't even leave the stream to check them. Rechat, please. Yeah, so if you recall, Twitch, for whatever reason, is broken. You have to watch it on YouTube in order to see it. If you want to watch it on Twitch, you have to go back and watch like the VOD that's being made like mid-stream. And it's a little bit behind. I think it's like a minute behind if you wanted to do it that way. But other than that, I mean, life's good.
뜀박질 시간.
We'd love to have you on YouTube though, if you want to watch it with us at the same time. Hey, participation trophy. It's fucked up. How on earth did you do that earlier? Tick tock, and voila! It seemed to me you could rewind time around and unwounded your friend. You mean? Seems to me that you rewound time and unwounded your friends. Okay, I've never seen a tech that could rewind time like that. Well, trade secret. Ask and you shall receive. Pain. Fascinating. Aren't you terrified of time? As far as I'm aware, there is practically no way to rewind time for a singular entity that exists in an open, unenclosed area. Either that, or my study didn't reach as far as I thought it did. Wait, no, that's actually a very serious problem then. I was very desperate, you know. It's very unlikely that I missed anything. You know what else is a serious problem? The fact that we're wasting our time chatting about inane stuff while they're getting away. Hold on, inane stuff? This is extremely serious. The importance is absolutely incomparable to what amounts to arresting a few small fry revolutionaries. If it were a true resurrection, then the head wouldn't been after your heads already. so I doubt that's what this is. It must have something to do with time manipulation, I'm certain of it. Maybe it works in the same mechanisms as the TT2 protocol under the hood. No, that works only within an isolated enclosure. It can't rewind time of a singular individual. Perhaps they are drawing time from somewhere else to inject into their time streams. That seems a tad more plausible. If you're actually rewinding their time, then the visual elements of that process would manifest in a vastly different manner. I suppose this means that you can't really rewind or skip time either, am I right? The process also seemed to involve a great degree of pain. Oh well. It seems to be in bad taste to say that it's good news, but I suppose I could say that what I'm about to tell you is somewhat auspicious. I was going to go back into the nitty-gritty only if we had venture into one of the more dangerous places of the back streets, but here we go. Check the other side of your badges. There should be a small clockwork knob attached to your badges in there. Mind rotating it for me? Class 5 staff jabbered on endlessly, zapping between numerous subjects within a matter of seconds before reaching out and pointing at the badges we were wearing. Not all fixers specializing in investigations are strong enough to defend themselves in emergencies. That is why the special investigator badges are all equipped with the same special function that allows their suits of the higher-ranking staff members of T-Corp wear. It's called a golden time. If you keep the clockwork around, it will automatically speed up the body's natural regeneration process as soon as it detects that the wearer is at risk of death. It's nothing compared to what you're capable of, but it's quite something, isn't it? Of course, it makes time for it to refill once its charge is spent. If you ever run out of its uses, then I suppose it all comes back to you, participation trophy. You'll have to take one for the team and bring them all back yourself. You're willing to do that, but not willing to help us before we get torn to shreds, huh? I prefer that. Ready? Let's go after them then. Some time later. I'm pretty sure they came this way. No more tracks. We've wasted too much time with this boring lectures. Hey, assistant, are you sure it's okay for you to just saunter behind us like you're out on a picnic? Ah, welcome in, Dippy. Why'd I run? I hate running. It's literally your job to arrest them, isn't it? Is it though? My job at this precise moment is to keep my eyes on you and your investigation regarding the case of time-killing time, not make Eurodivier arrests. But you're a T-Corp employee. Okay, fine. Let's say I decided to run instead of walk and help you capture those Eurodivier rascals. What then? Will T-Corp suddenly stop having problems just because they're gone? Will this place suddenly transform into some kind of humanitarian paradise? Not to mention that, as long as their leader runs free, they'll be back before you know it. If we do kill them all, that only opens up a room for worse syndicate to take their place. If that happens, that collector friend from earlier might end up suffering from something much, much worse than having to stop and search random passerby. Not to mention that I'll be getting muscle cramps from all the running. Besides, isn't your friend one of them? Weird, I thought you didn't want me to arrest them. I thought Rodeo would be a bit happier to be reunited with the Eurodivier. Fine. The T-Corp employee we met earlier was standing completely inert and not moving a muscle. Poor woman, I can't believe she's still on duty at such a time. Such is the life of a laborer. No, they got her. I can't even hear her breathing. That's the Time Ripper's MO. The Time Ripper got to her that fast. She's in a state of absolute stillness. A death-like state achieved without a thimble of blood on their hands. What a myophobic art. Though she may be in a state of stasis to those of us watching from the outside, for her, this must be as brief as a blink of an eye. What do you think the culprit's trying to do with all that time? Well, look, there must be some sort of spatiotemporal displacement superposition phenomenon going on here. She's entirely incorporeal. Incorporeal. Is this really the time to... Look! Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. I whipped around, noticing the now familiar sensation of a distortion, and caught a brief glimpse of a suspicious figure slowly slipping into the fog. Does it last 1 second, or... Yeah, I don't know. Ryoshu, think you can catch up? I'm not your hunting dog, but sure, I'll entertain you just this once. Oh, she's pretty fast. been a while since I've seen people like you, the kind who sprint forward with their eyes fixed on the horizon. Here, everyone only ever looks down, their necks bent and gaze locked to the ground, watching their own feet taking the halting steps. I suppose they only ever look up to check the time on the clock towers. But there must have been a time where everyone walked tall. I think I know why that is. It's because they all learned helplessness. Because they realized that even if they ran till their lungs burst, nothing will change, that it doesn't matter. Yeah, not everyone can run like Mersault. Learning to maintain a stable breathing rhythm is not easy. That's not what we're talking about. Saw someone suspicious, approached them for a stop and search, and got ambushed. But we don't know when she'll recover. Sometime later, catch. Are you sure you captured him alive? Ryoshu, doesn't he kind of look a bit different from the mysterious person that got away? He's clearly wearing something different. Besides, he's one of the Eurodivier we already ran into. Clothes are just husks that can be cast off at any moment. He started running as soon as our eyes met. Hey, rise and shine. Anyone would run if someone like you started sprinting after them with that big sword in your hands. I have many, many ways to crush the truth out of you. First. That's so true, it almost took me 2 months to do that. Dippy, are you responding to someone? This is the Eurodivier's turf. You'll soon regret dragging me down here. I prepared this secret weapon just for the occasion. You know, the breathing rhythm while running? Yeah, that's true. Nothing happened. What was that? One of the 5 greatest inventions of the Eurodivier T-Corp branch. A portable, adjustable, frequency periodical, lightning apparatus attachment sound wave generator! This will call every single Eurodivier in its range to this exact location. Okay, out of energy versus out of breath, and from there it's very easy to move on to marathons. There, see what I mean? You see the problem prevalent along inventors. Actually, the thing that stops you from going on to marathons isn't necessarily the breathing rhythm, it's more of like the fucking pain in your stomach on the side. They never know when to stop when it comes to naming their inventions. Also, rhabdomyalgia. You'll pay dearly for smacking me in the back of my noggin. Who the fuck says noggin?
어쩐 일로 진짜 도움이 되는 걸 고치고 오셨네요. 이대로 몰아넣으시죠.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
이 거리면 충분해. 너한텐 좀 멀겠지만.
제가 누누이 조심하라고 말씀. 숨통 끊기.
Wow.
그걸 그 무기로 때리시.
An SD that does 20 damage. Painful. Really? Huh.
먹을 콱 물어버리자고.
아직 죽지 마라. 위기를 극복하고 시련을 헤쳐나가는 해결사에 대한 로망은 좋겠습니다. 하지만 고의로 이런 상황을 만드는 건 제발 그만두시면 안 됩니까?
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Oh, there's no way we're fucking losing this clash, bro. Come on. Lock in, Ryoshu. Holy shit. there's just no way.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까?
어머,
I mean, afterwards we completely feel it though. Oh, okay. Yeah, I bet.
이 거리면 충분해. 너한텐.
That's that mini rhabdo. Damn! There's like a 300 damage normal S3, bro. What the fuck? So tender or not? Yeah. That's how it goes. Huh?
You complain about my huevo tacos, but you eat them different.
I never complained about them.
Oh, I thought you did.
No. You just make up in your head that I do
So-
things
so
and
you're
say things to
you
you
still
that
like
don't
them?
happen.
Like, do they taste?
They
저번에 약속한
taste
거.
fine.
Okay, rate it.
인물을
I told you that they like a.
수용하면
Actually, I didn't tell you.
죽어?
Like a 7.5.
설마 수용권을
Seven.
That's when you rate it like chicken. You think
No,
my
no,
chicken
no.
is the same level?
No. Actually, yeah, you're right. I'm
Give my
wrong.
chicken a 9, bro.
No, the
It's a
tacos are
9.
like a 6. Tacos are like a 6.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers for, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely right, sir.
You like my
Bro, they only give me two tier 2 level up tickets, bro. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that shit? It's just so trash.
중에서도 내가 제일이지.
Like, why do they require these 3 characters, bro? I don't have any Honglu IDs. None. I have literally 0 that are good. I got Tingy Tangy, bro. That's all I got. Consistently has to fight for his life.
이 거리면 충분해. 너한텐.
Bro, come on.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까? 제가 누누이 조심하라고 말씀드렸습니까?
Message showed I'd recommend just supporting in an ID. Nah. We don't run support.
놀랐어.
Hey Dennis, thanks for tuning in, man. I really appreciate it. If you could, just don't forget to like the video, guys. Like the stream. Trying to grow the channel. We were at FAR 15. We did get 2 or 3 subscribers over the weekend.
다리에게 해줄 이야기가 또 늘었군요.
Yeah, that's true.
이 거리면 충분해. 너한텐. 조금 멀겠지만.
이건 꽤 맛있는 아무것도 아닙니다.
I gotta look into
여건이
불렀어 죽어.
what causes our S3 to get extra clash, like extra coins.
다리에게 해줄 이야기가 또 늘었군요.
On crit, we use this coin twice. Okay, so you want her to be super poised up. Two poise. Two poise. Clash win does gain 2 poise. But she will use poise. So it's actually probably best to run this. Most interval equals until miracle in 20. I see, I see.
먹을 콱 물어버리자고. 숨통 끊기. 괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요. 여관에 가면 또
So she's at 44.8 now. I think now using her skill would go fucking nuts. Go stupid.
먹을 콱 물어버리자고. 아직 죽지 마라. 숨통 끊기. 가차없고 죽어.
7 to 8 intervalo? Okay.
이 거리면 충분해. 너한텐.
Should be all 5. Unless they die fast. Which they will.
너한텐.
Yeah, undoubtedly they will.
좋아. 생동감이 살아있는 좋은 공간이 됐고. 다음 먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
Dawn Claire.
이런 임무는 뱀 중에서도 내가 제일이지.
Dawn Claire. Like Dawn Office Sinclair? They have that? After matching various pieces of information we found from the defeated Eurodivier members together, we managed to track them down to a rundown building that appeared to be their hideout. You finally managed to track us down, haven't you? Filthy watch chains of T-Corp. And you It's only elementary, because I am an ace detective. Philip I. Sinclair, yeah. Rhodia exclaimed triumphantly as she flicked her hair back, but I sensed the smallest hint of uncertainty in her voice. Yep, we're all ace detective. Honglu's too fucking happy for this shit, bro. Tisk, I'll admit, we shouldn't have let you track us down, but you don't look too strong. It is a foolish move to fight a lion in his den. I hope you've prepared yourselves. Don't you worry about our butts. We've got Class 5 staff with us, you know. I can deduce a few things about you. 1. That man's outfit, that aloof look on his face. I see. It looks as though you're not lying that he really is a Class 5 staff. 2. You are absolutely shameless for bringing a Class 5 watch chain to a rundown hideout like this. What does this have anything to do with shame? I don't know about shame, but this place sure is run down. How about this? I'll sit this one out just for the sake of fairness. It'll be like cheating if I were to take part in this fight, yeah? That is a fair proposal. Fine, I accept your offer. Do we not get a say in any of this? Huh. Interesting.
어쩐 일로 진짜 도움이 되는 걸 걸치고 오셨네요. 이대로 몰아넣으시죠. 먹을 콱 물어버리자고.
Wait a minute, why am I playing the game directly, bro? This is a fucking intervalo, bro. Win rate enter. Win rate enter. Seriously, come on, lock in. Be so for real right now.
재밌네요.
저대로 돌려보낼 생각은 없으시죠? 확실히 처리합니다.
Every fight this dude is hopeless. Yeah, no, I mean, he's literally, like, it's not, no, yeah. No, I know who you're talking about. Hoglu is, Hoglu's not combat ready at all. Not even close. She managed to pull out all those crits, and she's only at like 40% crit right now. Crazy work.
이거리면 충분해. 너한텐 조금 멀겠지만.
She did it again.
괜찮은 공격이네요.
단테님
앞으로도
Pulling off these crazy crits, bro.
너무 쉽군요.
여관에 가면 또 한참을 떠드시. 바리에게 해줄 이야기가
불렀어
불렀어
주군. 필요한 일 있으면 언제.
Yeah, her SC is the only one that has multiple attack rate, though. We want to build up. Seriously? I mean, okay, yeah, she's not that super high poise. Poise left use one stack at turn ends. Yeah, but she still had all of those, crits, so she did her job for sure. And then, of course, with these clash wins, she's going to be gaining a lot as well.
제가 누누이 조심하라고 말씀드렸지 않습니까?
I like the implication that Ting Tang just like runs the other direction. It's really funny.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Ting Tang actually winning his clashes? What the fuck? What the fuck? He's actually winning his clashes? What the fuck? No, seriously, what the fuck? Why is he winning those? Level 12 Ting Tang versus the entire game, bro. Who wins? He won all of his clashes. He won every single one. For like no fucking reason. That S1, bro. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't understand how he won that. He heard you talk down on him? Yeah, it is crazy, huh? Bro, level 12 Ting Tang might actually be like the... He might actually be like the GOAT. He might be the greatest to ever do it, bro. All 138 clutch damage, bro. If you think about it, clutch damage is like 20 normal damage, so he was really like that guy, you know?
어쩐 일로 진짜 도움이 되는 걸 걸치고 오셨네요. 이대로 몰아넣으시죠.
Off rip? Bro, chill out.
이거리면 충분해. 너한텐 조금 멀겠지만.
And of course she's fucking rolling dog shit.
앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
Please. Please roll better.
어떤 상황이 닥쳐와도 포기한
No, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered, bro.
물어버리자.
I can't be bothered to actually put an effort. Did you seriously lose a fucking clash, Ryoshi, bro? Come on. Be so fucking for real right now. These bum ass niggas are winning clashes against Ryoshi, bro. I'm sick. Does she passively get... Does she have a passive that gives her poise? How's she gaining poise like at end of turn? What the fuck? Separate arm gives poise? Oh shit, sexy. Target is rupture, gain 5 poise. Yeah, on base attack, this... Yeah, if they have rupture, she gains 5 poison at the end of the turn. That is really fucking good. Which one gives her Serpent Arm? So skill 2 gives her Serpent Arm. Skill 3 actually gives her a lot of Serpent Arm. And then skill 3 also gives her a lot of poise too. Still can't be bothered to fucking do this the right way. Skill 3 in her guard unconditionally gives 3 Serpent Arm. Skill 2 gives 1 off of its crit. It's pretty good, dude. It's kind of good to use like a reversal, like off Rit. Yeah, guaranteed crits from this point on is insane. Do it now, Honglu! Everybody else can guard, because I think it'd be funny. Honglu, do it now! Do it now! Oh. Oh my god, that's too funny. Holy shit. Yeah, that made my night, honestly. That's so fucking hilarious. Nice. But those guaranteed crits are so nasty, dude. 274 off that. You're a Divier captain. More like cheeks. But he's getting triple blink stepped. Yeah, it's wraps for you. He's cooked. Dude, 61x5. That's literally a 400% chance to crit, bro. It's like 305, but I'm paraphrasing. That's actually nuts. That's such an insane amount. That's like such an insane ability to crit, dude. Causing the turns to end short. That's a thing that happens in focused encounters. If no one has anything to like hit, like if you aim something at someone that's already dead, you just lose the attack. That's why in focus encounters you want to like make sure you're spreading out the attacks pretty evenly, because if you put it all on one guy and then he dies, like you're fucking lost all of those. Yeah, if it was unfocused, yeah, it would do the normal thing. Surrender and confess. Starting to run low on patience. Might kill you soon. We've surrendered already. Not sure what you want us to confess, either. What, would you like me to confess that we're Eurodivier or something? We hesitated, unsure if he was really clueless or not. That's when Rhodia confidently strode forward and pointed an accusatory finger at the Eurodivier captain. Right, questioning time. You've always hated this nest state of affairs, am I right? Must you really ask? You like inventing stuff and not registering them to the tech agency, don't you? Again, must you really inquire something you could so discernibly... Yeah, okay, whatever, bro. Mind if I take a gander at these inventions? Don't just go around touching. This hedge toy is a time bomb disguised as a plushie. It scans the palm as soon as it enters within a certain proximity range, and if it doesn't recognize the palm as an authorized individual, it'll shoot out the spines to penetrate the intruder. But you've screwed the parts too tightly here. You'll do well to remember that mechanical engineering isn't always about tightening the screws as hard as you can. Sometimes you need a slightly loose screw or two to make things fit better. And another thing, if I were you, I would have made the spine holes hexagon-shaped, not circular. From a quick look, you're certainly no common employee. Either way, most of these are experiments, incomplete products. In truth, you're like something more dangerous, destructive inventions too, am I right? You really are persistent. And I'm sure these violent inventions eventually led to something that can completely rip someone's time away. Wait, what? The culprit behind the case of time-killing time. It's you guys, right? It's what you do, isn't it? You see something that rubs you the wrong way, so you go ahead and smash it to bits. It's a bit of a logical leap, isn't it? Who do you think we Eurodivier are? Sounds like this friend of yours in the Eurodivier really messed up big time in the past, Did he do something drastically violent? No, Sonia, he always knew how to say the right things. Things to get people to agree with him, to convince them to join his cause. His words filled me with this confidence that we could really change the world, that it was really as effortless as letting candy slowly melt away in our mouth. I don't know, the last battle seemed like monkeys with wrenches, not a time-ripping monster attacking the sinners, yeah, for real. But what could he possibly do to change the world? He doesn't even do anything, not like these guys. I bet the T-Corp Eurodivier are nothing more than knockoffs who just found themselves inspired by the stories coming out of J-Corp, or it's absolutely baffling how you failed to correctly deduce a single thing. No, we're not knockoffs. Besides, the Saint has already brought many changes to this world. Changes that you mere detectives can't even dream of. The Saint? Indeed, Saint Sonia was the one who really sparked the fire of the Eurodivier in every nest. Well, that isn't the only reason they call him the Saint, but that's besides the point. In every nest, Sonia did that. Since you claim to be Saint Sonia's friend, allow me to say it in no uncertain terms, the Eurodivier had nothing to do with your case. Are we supposed to take you at your word? First, we don't have this time-killing technology. We can still time our timepieces, but it's practically impossible to kill time. Making something so absurd will surely catch T-Corp's attention. And that is trouble I am not willing to invite. Why, you've certainly been causing a ruckus here. Isn't that what your Eurodivier wants? Chaos. Please don't compare us to the likes of backstreet gangs. There are those among us who want the chaos, for sure. One of those firmer members insisted that we must take in the abundance of time in T-Corp for ourselves and have our comrades divided equally among us. But such drastic action would also hurt the have-nots, those who do not deserve such pain. So we must adhere to the Saint's teachings. To truly tear out the throats of the rich, we must wait for the right moment. The right moment. So it really was Sonia. I've been wondering, are you really the Saint's friend? Of course she is. He even invited her to join his journey. Dante says let's leave for now. Are we not arresting them? Didn't one of you give me a whole lecture about how it's my job to arrest them? Rhodia ignored the assistant's questions and turned around to leave the hideout wearing a dark expression. Something I had never seen from her before. The assistant shrugged and we were about to leave the hideout as well, but the Eurodivier captain stopped us. Wait, if you really are a friend of the saint, then I can't let you leave without giving you some advice as the more experienced detective. I was able to establish a few things in this conversation, so allow me to share them with you. Oh, right. You dabble in detective work from time as well, right? Is that a common thing that the Eurodivier get up to? No, only the Divier branch in District 20 do. Anyway, if I were you, I would start by looking for a common thread that ties all victims together. Find out what they have in common. Why? The T-Corp Collections Agency knows everything about time, where it comes from, where it goes, but that in this case, they know everything about comings and going of the time. How are they avoiding their eyes? Not all of us do. I can't tell you all, however. Just know that we have an ace up our sleeve that allows us to continue our guerrilla activities in this nest. Anyways, does it not strike you odd that, for someone as such impressive technology that can literally rip away time without a trace, the killer seems unusually passive? That tells me there is a condition that they must first meet to use their powers. Another possibility is that they have a certain creed or belief system that they follow, but ideologically motivated culprits usually leave behind more obvious evidence that points to their beliefs. Oh, I think that adds up nicely. Want to join our squad? Who the hell hired this bumbling team of amateur detective wannabes? Never mind. Now, would you kindly leave? Me when I kill time by reading a book.
좋아. 생동감이 살아있는 좋은 공간이 됐고. 다음 먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
Well then, the Eurodivier is swearing up and down that they've got nothing to do with the case, and the Time Ripper's still at large. What now, ace detectives? But we don't have any other leads. The one we just talked to left the hideout, so why don't we follow him? If you're wondering why I'm speaking like this, it's because they all look like they talk the same way. With the exception of probably Ryoshi, but God knows I'm not doing a Ryoshi voice. Well, looks like not arresting them may pay off after all. I think it's a fair suggestion. Waste of time. We should torture them one by one until someone breaks. Dante is voiced by a clock noise, so I think I'm not doing that. According to page 155 of Lady Agatha's book, an ace detective must remain vigilant and not shy away from stakeouts. You're already on page 155. Don Quixote gave us this book so that we can all become ace detectives. I've been reading it whenever I can. The Eurodivier's petty time thievery won't change the world. Is that why you're letting them go? Because it doesn't matter? No, not at all. It's the opposite, in fact. I want to see things change. Change? It is said that the Eurodivier started from a small group of nobodies, but they kept at it slowly but surely, spreading throughout the city. I hear that they've been causing some real trouble in the nests, that they find it difficult to get rid of them. Do you know what people have been saying here at T-Corp? Running low on time, but burning full of frustration, then come to join the Eurodivier. Unlike most people who accept injustices and move on, they don't. They refuse to turn a blind eye, confident and determined that they will one day bring real changes to the city. It's only natural that I find them extremely fascinating, to witness to what end do their desperate desires and aspirations lead. Nothing but impotent squirmings. I'm sorry. Do any of you even give a damn about solving the case? This case has a certain destructive aesthetic to it. I like it. I'm following my family elders' words, to see and experience as much of the world as I can before I return, because their words better be followed. Sounds excruciatingly bothersome. So many things in this world presume that they deserve to call themselves family. I've never heard you talk like that, Ryoshi. What will you ever accomplish with such half-heartedness? Don't worry about it. Most people live on with that very half-heartedness. It's been eons since I really desired something with all my heart, you know. No, I'm not most people. I'm... From the distance, loud, rapid footsteps broke through Rodeo's quiet whispers. Does anyone else have a mustache other than that one fat guy from T-Corp and Indigo Elder? Not that I'm aware of. Ah! They're here. Won't give them the slip this time. Okay, let's go. Maybe you'll catch them this time if you learn to breathe like Mersault, Ryoshu. Rodeo came to a sudden stop and looked at me, staring at me from underneath the shadows cast over her eyes. Dante, do you think it would have been any different if I followed Sonia back at the casino? I mean, it's just watching Sonia's goals actually start to take shape while I stagnated and changing. It's making me feel odd. An odd impression. We need more buff men with beards. I think I have time for one more. It's a bit of a short stream today. I was rightfully exhausted. A lot happened. Your late clock. The two sinners had a head start, but it didn't take very long before we caught up to them and saw them quietly kneeling behind cover. We'll go ahead and draw their attention. We should be able to corner them in this direction. Yeah. Bro, she's simping. Not gonna let this drag me down. I just gotta do what I can, right? Wouldn't it be so nice if the culprit showed up right now so I can get my hands on them and get this over with? All this waiting around is getting so tedious. Hopefully I'll look real badass when I arrest him. You certainly recover quick. Now that's a good attitude to have. Well, you know, ain't that how emotions are supposed to be? Constantly changing with time, you know. Is it now? I don't quite agree. Emotions don't change with time. I'd say that the changing emotions are what drive the flow of time. Biologically speaking, emotions change every 30 seconds. If you retain an emotion for longer than 30 seconds, it's because you're thinking about the same thing, which then floods your body with more of that emotion. I can't just wait to hear all the praises they'll sing of me once I snag this Eurodivi rascal, that's all. You know, I want to be an ace detective. Then you shall have your chance. A chance for you to be the center of attention, a subject of praise. Correct. Oh shit! This nigga's dripped to the teeth! But before we get down to business, allow me to make a few corrections. It's a distortion that can talk, so it's human distortion. 1. I am no longer bound to an organization like the Eurodivier he was at one time. In fact, I found their hypocrisy detestable. Did you know that even the Eurodivier did not use their hours equally amongst one another? That is why I have chosen action. 2. I am not killing time. You will not compare my crusade to something so hollow. I merely reap the dying hours to share it among those who need it most. You may call me the time saint instead. Wait till he unzips? Oh, that's Pete. All this is flying over your head, isn't it? You poor little thing, starved for even a morsel of praise. This is both a correction of your ignorance and our final warning hour. If you wish to capture me, no us, then you must be prepared to pay the price in time. Was that an attempt at a threat? Sure, you're the big scary time ripper, but I've got you all figured out. I know your patterns. There's something staying in your hand, isn't there? Whether it's your creed, some kind of design flaw in your tech, you can't touch my time. Half right, but you have given me more corrections to make. 1. I'm not killing time. It's you and everyone like you who's killing time. 2. Indeed, we cannot rip time away from just anyone. No, but I can take yours, because you, at this very moment, are mired in tedium. Just biding the time, aren't you? Waiting for something to happen. Killing time. We are merely taking back the time that you would have killed anyway. Swing that axe and you might carve a small chunk of our flesh, but we will rip a chunk out of your existence. You will stir awake when the clock strikes 4 in 50 years' time, having done nothing, having lived through nothing, all in the blink of an eye. That's when it shall dawn on you, that despair. It'll all come rushing in like a flood. That disparity, the unfamiliarity of all time that you killed. Every pain, a reminder of every single second you've killed, thinking about how tedious it all is. You look scared. We like that look in your eyes. Rhodia stood there, completely frozen. No one could stop the Time Ripper as he walked away from us. The culprit, where are they? I thought I could take them on, but when it came face to face with the Ripper, Oh no, the Ripper knew. They knew how I felt, so... It seemed to me that Rhodia decided not to say it out loud, but I knew that the word she wanted to say was tedious. Pathetic. Unlike you, Ryoshu, my time is important. I'm not just here to make those stupid, pointless observations about the case. I didn't volunteer out of some weird obligation either, okay? I volunteered because I genuinely wanted to solve the case, but I'm not like you, either of you. I briefly grew concerned that Ryoshu might swing her scabbard at Rhodia, but I don't think she was listening anyways. How banal. Instead, she stared up at the clock tower in silence as her cigarette slowly burned away to her lips. That's a pipe. I guess that's a relief. Bum 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 bum. Alright, chat, that's gonna be it for now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Next stream should be Wednesday. And I'll see you guys then. But until then, in the meantime, keep moving forward.